Joining me now is Chris Woronka, senior analyst at Deutsche Bank. Chris, it's good to talk to you.
Yeah, thanks for having me, Tessa.
We saw this little bit of a dip with hotels and cruises, talking about some consternation they had. International travel for the hotels was a problem. We saw cruise ships go, maybe this part is, we're not seeing forward bookings as much, but spending has been there. How are things looking going into 2026? Are people still going to put their money where their fun is?
Yeah, we think travel's alive and well for the most part. There's always going to be a value-conscious customer out there, but we think at the higher end of the spectrum, the spending is going to continue. And a lot of the cruise lines specifically are focusing on kind of out-of-cabin spend. So these are things like private island destinations and restaurants and spas. I know you follow Las Vegas. It's not too dissimilar from what those guys started doing probably 20 years ago or more, getting people out of the cabin, out of the room, and spending that way. And I think that's going to continue. There doesn't appear to be a lot of price sensitivity among most cruise customers. But again, there's always a value-based customer that you want to watch more closely.
We're showing the cruise stocks right now, and you mentioned that the private island experiences and even on board, people paying for the upscale foodie type restaurants or the extra experiences, that has done very well for these cruise lines. Is there the bifurcation in customers, high-end versus budget travelers, that we have seen in so much of the other parts of the economy?
Yeah, to an extent there is. We like to say everybody has to go on vacation. Even in 2009, people took a lot of vacations. They can do it differently. There's budget options available. If you're a cruise customer, a lower-end customer, so to speak, might choose an interior cabin, which sounds difficult, but those exist and people fill them.
Yeah.
They might not spend as much outside. So the higher end is clearly going to outperform in a cruise. And for most cruise customers, the higher end customer is going to continue spending, yes.
Interestingly, your top picks for 2026 are theme parks. You've got Six Flags on here, which puts you in good company with Travis Kelce, and United Parks, which we used to know as SeaWorld Entertainment. Tell me why you like them.
Yeah, so even though those might be viewed as being a little bit more towards the lower income spectrum, we wouldn't necessarily call them low-end businesses. But more importantly, we think these companies are evolving, specifically in the case of Six Flags, which has a new CEO, John Riley, recently appointed. Travis Kelce is part of an investor group and will also be kind of a spokesman. These parks are evolving their content. We think they're going to evolve content next year. The roller coasters are still going to be there, but we think there's going to be more live immersive entertainment, things like pop-up concerts, perhaps some celebrity appearances, perhaps some different ways to enjoy dining, kind of the comfort food theme. And we think that can kind of appeal to everybody. These are mostly seasonal businesses that tend to be most popular in the spring and summer months. And so, we think there's going to be a more diverse offering in these theme parks. And that's really, in our opinion, not being appreciated by the market currently. So we'll have to wait and see what next summer brings. Also
interesting that you're not really hot on snow, that you think affordability is an issue for Vail. I've got 20 seconds here.
Yeah, it is. It is. These are expensive passes. And unfortunately, there's just not a lot of snow right now. The snow is great. People are willing to spend and wait in line. But when there's not a lot of snow, as is the case now in most of the Western U.S., it's difficult to get people out there on the slopes.
Well, they should try upstate New York, because upstate New York got a lot of snow, and it was like skiing in Vail or in Tahoe.